So today we are going to go through here and make a textured rock, kind of a lower poly version, um, using a couple of modifiers. So let's do this real quick. Of course, we're going to start off by getting rid of the camera and the light source there. We can start with this basic cube, and we're going to start by subdividing it a few times here. So go to edit mode. Yours may look a little bit different, but that's okay. For me, I like to go to level 4 on the viewport. Now, obviously, you might need to go higher or lower depending on what you want. Play around with it, try it out, figure out what's best for you. But I'm going to start with this, and we're going to go ahead and apply that. Now that we have this, we are going to search up something called a displace node. All right, and with this displace node, what this is actually going to do is it's going to use a texture to change the shape of the cube, but in our texture we're going to use something called a Voronoi, which you can see it's going to shatter apart. It's using this texture here to kind of displace all the faces, but what usually works better for a square is the distance squared here, and we're going to change a few things. This is something that you are going to want to go through and try as well, because this will work different for everyone. So if that looks okay, we're going to try that. Go back. Okay. All right. I'm going to turn the contrast down just a bit. As you can see now, that contrast turned down. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit because I still want some sharp edges when you're messing around with the size and the intensity. We're going to start getting the shapes that we want. So something like this is what I'm looking for. It's kind of like a couple dents here and there, but we're going to flatten those out. So if those are too steep, just know that you can change those. So we're going to go back here and apply this. Switch to edit mode just to kind of get a feel of what we're looking at here as far as how many vertices we're looking at. Like I said, all these probably going to go in the middle here to flatten things out, and I'll show you how to do that. But before, we're going to look up something called a decimate. Now, personally, I like to decimate twice. I like to decimate once to get the feel of the rock, go through, delete the vertices, come back and decimate again, because it gives it sharper edges. And for me, what I'm doing on my projects, that's what I'm looking for. So we're going to decimate. You see how it's pretty much just taking all those, all those that we had here. It's going to take it down and change it from the probably 50 or so down to hopefully around 15 to 20. You see how that's cutting it up pretty good there. Probably a little too much for the first decimation, so we're going to go probably, let's just do a whole number. 0.5 seems to be good. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and apply that and then go to edit mode. And it's looking good. So if you press C, We could do some selection on the vertices here. You're not going to want to get your edges. So that's the important part here. You're not going to want to select the edges. You're really trying to just get rid of the face. And by doing this here, and of course this is trial and error because of how random the Voronoi texture is. So if it doesn't look good the second time, just delete it, start again. You're going to get a different product every time you do this. So I'm going to delete this and press Control X, and you'll see it deletes the vertices without deleting the face. So it kind of just forms its own. And we see, okay, we don't really want these either. Control X, look a little bit better. And from here, this is what we're looking for. Yep. And of course, you know, it's all depending on what you're trying to go for as far as like how low poly you want it. It's trial and error. So just keep trying, see what you like, see what looks good for you. Okay, and for me here, I've gone through, kind of done the first go through, deleting all the faces, making everything a little more flat on the edges, but we're going to decimate again. And see, that's looking a lot better. As far as what I'm trying to go for is the low poly details. We're going to go through, fix a couple of these that are kind of poking out where they shouldn't be. So we'll do that real quick. But first, let's apply. All right, so, and I kind of see that I kind of went a little overboard, deleting some of the vertices in some areas. Some of it's too flat for me, so what I'd probably do is go back and try it again. But as far as a smaller piece of rock, this would be fine, something that's not very detailed. See in the edit mode into here, it's very easy to do. You know, once you just know the 3 modifiers you need, you go through. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes, and it's an easy way to kind of go through and make several rocks at a time without having to set up some kind of procedural stuff about it. So it's all pretty easy to do, very fast, and easy to texture. So yeah, that's it.